Hello and welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central Spotlight. With me today in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Eduardo Miranda. As we all know, in these communities today, new lingo, new language, such as local content, new terminology comes up and very few people know exactly what it means. So today we're going to tackle this subject, and with us, Mr. Eduardo Miranda is one of the individuals that will help us dissect to see if we can understand what local content is. Eduardo Miranda, welcome to Diaspora Central.
Thank you so much. We're here once again, right?
Welcome back.
It is a pleasure to be here again.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm super happy. Thank you once again.
No, it's our pleasure to have you back, because you know what that means, that we are doing something right, that we're doing something well.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And today looks like we're talking about local content.
Yeah.
Let's start by breaking down the term in itself and its essence.
All right. And thank you very much for the question. I think it's really important to make sure that people will understand what local content is. So in short, or in simple and narrowest terms, we can say that local content is the national agenda that supports the national economic growth.
Okay.
Locally. Yeah, that's basically what local content is.
Right. And when you say locally, you mean to a specific city, to a country, to a continent?
To a country. Normally, each and every single country must have their policies, their regulations that actually are going to show how the resources are going to be controlled, how going to be allocated, how going to be managed. Basically, that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, we understand. So, which local content projects are you involved in?
Well, right now, I'm in a project with Elena Ferber. She's a specialist in local content.
Okay.
And she's pretty much supporting me, mentoring me on this project. Basically, the project is about to find like challenges, problems on the economy of Angola. We actually focus on a research on Angola. We wanted to look at the solutions, but we find that it's really better to look first at the problems. We can't find a solution without
understanding the problem.
Yeah,
quite true. Now, does the oil and gas industry take a role in local content seriously enough, or take the role of local content seriously enough?
Yes, I can say that's a good question, by the way. And I can say that yes, oil and gas industries do take local content seriously. And I have seen local content becoming like a concern for oil and gas industry or international oil and gas industry. And with this oil falling considerably, the attention has been diverted from the local content, but still it is the major issue. Is still the priority for the countries that do have those resources, especially because it can benefit their citizens. So I do believe that oil and gas or international oil and gas industry will keep on looking at the local content, especially because it benefits the people of the country that are going to operate in. So yeah.
Right. So now, what values and benefits does the local content offer to the host countries or communities in this case?
All right. There are a lot of benefits, actually, and we can talk about we're going to have more people who are hired. We are going to have more people like locally, right?
Gotcha.
And I would like to divide it maybe in two parts, where we have the short-term benefit and we have the long-term benefit. When we talk about the benefits in a short term, we're talking about the economic growth, which is going to motivate the economic agent, and is going to motivate also the economy of the country, like locally. And when we talk about the long term, we're talking about people are going to be hired. We're going to have more people employed in the country. We're going to have more infrastructures. When we say that there are more hired people, we're actually saying also that we are increasing the money for the locals. And when we have the more money for the locals, we are saying that it's going to like is the country's going to win.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah. So basically, economically, there are major wins.
Yeah.
Now, previously you mentioned identifying the problems. In the projects that you're currently involved in, are there any problems that you have already identified?
Well, let me say first that Angola is doing pretty well in the local content. Still, there are some issues that must be addressed so that we can compete. The idea is actually to compete. Our national oil and gas companies can compete with international oil and gas companies that do operate there.
Right.
But then it's a long process where we need people who are trained. We need people who understand how really the game works. So. But I believe that the major issue right now, I don't consider it a problem, but the major issue right now is to have people who are qualified, people who are trained. So that's the reason why we are trying to look at this problem, which is the people who need to be trained.
Got you. The human resources.
Human resources.
Right. Now, as we all understand, I guess as part of this solution would have been awareness, right? So Angola, of course, is in the southern part of the African continent.
Yes.
Right. When you look at the entire region, let's just say the southern part of Africa, or maybe the entire continent, how aware do you believe that the continent is, and how ready do you think it is to compete globally?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. The continent itself is doing way better than maybe 15 years ago.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. And we're actually growing. We're actually looking for more opportunities. We're actually looking at it like a way of supporting more the continent itself. So I see more collaborations. I see countries collaborating. I see countries coming together and making sure that we manage well the resources. We manage well our people, so that our people can benefit also from those resources. So Africa, Angola, Nigeria, they're doing pretty well.
Got you. Right. And these are some of the top oil producers in the world today,
in the world,
right?
Yeah.
And competing globally.
Right. Yeah.
Now, as you look at the prospects of the continent, because of course when we're talking about economic growth, we're talking about youth, right? How receptive not only are the governments but also the people to the changes that this initiative brings about?
That's we live in a globalized world. We always seeing things differently. There are new things each and every single day, and the intention is that people can adapt to those changes. So our communities, our countries are pretty much accommodating those changes. Right. So we believe that some of the strategies, let me put it this way, the strategies of the government, some of the strategies of the oil and gas industries are actually welcome, well received by the community, because at the end of the day, it's like the community is gonna win. Right. Like, so the people are ready to receive these changes.
Indeed. And that is a very great thing. Now, anything that you would like to add?
I would just like to add or to say that great things are coming. Angola is doing pretty well when it comes to local content, when it comes to the oil and gas industry. So I believe that the world already knows who we are, but they're going to know way more who we are. So
right. Indeed.
All I have to say is that get ready for us.
Indeed. Yeah. It's about working it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's about putting in work, as they say on the streets.
Sure.
Yeah. Eduardo Miranda, welcome back. But you know what? Let's take a very quick break, because when we come back, I kind of want to talk about the event that you just had, the conference that you had not that long ago, to kind of talk a little bit about it, what some of the outcomes of that conference were. Yeah. And so let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, actually, I would like to talk about the chapter that was created at Eastern Christian University. And I would like to start with the reason why I started the chapter. It was last year when I participated in one of AIEN events, and actually had the opportunity to discuss with some folks, and we discussed about the social responsibility that oil and gas companies do have, and it was really great. And I got the opportunity to meet some people who are in the industry for so long.
And we are back. If you just joined us, you are now tuned into the Diaspora Central Spotlight. And today with us, we have one of our experts, one of Diaspora's experts right here in oil and gas industry. Yes, one of the individuals that is very well versed on policy, is definitely negotiating or learning and becoming one of the great negotiators of contracts in the oil and gas industry. So not that long ago, you just had an event. Actually, part of your introduction should also include the fact that you preside an institution, right? Yeah. And the name of the institution again?
AIEN,
AIEN,
the Association of International Energy Negotiators.
Right. And you guys just had a conference not that long ago, right? To tell us a little bit about the conference. How did it go? Did it go as expected, and what are some of the things that people should look forward for the next one?
Okay, I should have maybe mentioned it earlier. Thank you so much for the opportunity that you gave me on the first day that I came here.
Oh, you're quite.
A lot of people got the opportunity to see on the news what was going on, what was about to happen, and through this invitation here, so many people attended the event, so thank you so much.
Great.
It went above our expectations. Yeah, it went really well. We actually had 2 events. The first one we were talking about the joint operating agreements. It went really well. We had the full house. It was amazing. And the second one was annual conference that gathers so many industry specialists, if you can put it this way, and from all over. I had the privilege to be the only African, the youngest, and I was feeling like I was representing Africa. So I could feel the pressure somehow, but it really went well. The feedback was great, and just thank God for everything. Indeed. Right? Indeed.
And that's part of the responsibility that sometimes as members of the diaspora we have to take. Right? We have to take that weight on our shoulders to represent not just ourselves, not just our local community, but actually the global community, right? Yes. As diasporans and as Africans outside of the continent. So above expectations, which means that next year there may be another one coming, right? And this year you guys did it in collaboration with
UVH. It was just amazing. Yeah, it was just amazing. I'm sure that you're gonna pass some of the pictures.
Oh, definitely.
Can see, and definitely. It was great. And next year we're going to have another event. This Houston annual energy conference happens each and every single day, each and every single year. Okay. So next year we're going to have another one, and expect me to be there.
There you go. So it's an annual conference, and people should definitely stay tuned to it.
Sure.
Now, where can they go, or how can they engage themselves a lot more?
Well, because of some people who are organizing a part of UVH, they can just pay attention on the UVH website, and for sure. Here also, going to
indeed, Diaspora Central will definitely put out all the information that we get, and you can always visit us on diasporacentral.net, and also the institution that you currently preside,
AIEN, They're going to. I'm sure that they're going to share this information also.
Yeah. Now, a very quick pitch on why you think that people should join this institution that you're currently presiding.
Well, when we talk about oil and gas companies, oil and gas industry, we don't discuss only the oil and gas. Right now, we're talking about energy. We're talking about the changes that are happening in the world, like in a corporate level. Environment. So I believe that even if you are an engineer, even if you are a businessman, you can always learn. So why not? Why not coming to learn a little bit more?
So at the end of the day, it's about at the end of the day, it's ensuring that you are loading yourself with as much information as possible, that you're preparing yourself to compete globally.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's the new way of the world.
Yes. Yeah. I always say, don't lose an opportunity to learn something.
There you go, because eventually you will need it on the future.
Yes.
So with that, Eduardo Miranda, thanks for coming back, Kane.
Thank you so much.
It's been a great pleasure, man.
Thank you once again.
Listen, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And for those of you that took a few minutes out of your busy days to join us, out of your busy day to join us, as always, thank you for doing so. And remember, if you don't do it for yourself, no one else will. Until next time, peace.
Foi com grande satisfação que aceitei o convite para presidir e proceder à abertura deste evento. Permitam-me saudar a todos os presentes nesta cerimônia e felicitar o Ministério dos Recursos Minerais, Petróleo e Gás e a empresa Energy Capital Power pela organização desta terceira edição da Conferência e Exposição Angola Oil and Gas 2022, que se realiza sob o lema Promover uma indústria de petróleo e gás em Angola, inclusiva, atrativa e inovadora.